Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don channel. We are here on Spanish Drive, as it's called, over here on the east side of town. The cross streets here are going to be Hollywood and Charleston. Take a look at some of the neighborhoods around here. And it's a lot of what we've seen over here on the east side. It's kind of a mishmash of different homes that have been here for a while, like these. And then the developers who've come in and bought up the lots and plopped down 20 homes on a quarter acre lot or whatever. Some of them have these big wraparound balconies and stuff. They would actually have pretty good views of the strip too, the way they're oriented. Gonna bring us down here to Charleston Boulevard, where we will make a right. See, it's kind of an overcast day here, but no rain. In fact, we've had no rain here in the desert for about 8 months, which is unusual because that means we passed through the entire monsoon season without a drop being measured at the airport. The airport's where they officially do these things, take these measurements and stuff. This is Clayton here, and Leilani. There is Casablanca, Sunrise Casablanca right there. 24-hour bar and gaming, in case you want to get up and feel like going out and throwing money into a machine somewhere. Palo Verde Ranch. And the Ghetto Bird is overhead there off to the left. Looks like they're hunting again for something. We're going to go over here and make a right onto Beasley. This lot right here says for sale inside the chain link fence. There's a lot of these over here on this side of town. A lot of empty lots that stay empty for a long time. Have these absentee landlords and stuff. We saw this on a previous video, but I like coming down here because it's one of those things that you just don't get to see anywhere else. And that is here. There's a panda hanging out on a tree. You just don't see that anymore nowadays. What happens in Vegas stays on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. As we continue now northbound here down Dumpster Lane. I'm sorry, it's called Beasley Drive. I was just confused by all of the dumpsters. And then you have this modern looking home here. And that huge, I mean, that thing could be a fire station, that huge separate edifice there. That's a pretty awesome looking building there. I think it's probably an RV garage, but you could do any number of things in there. Looks like a separate standalone home. As we pass Nickel Road, nickel and diming. More dumpsters over here off to the side. Check us out on Instagram, VegasDon4747. Follow us on Instagram as well. Here's another newer home right here on the corner of Beasley and Stewart. Love the ironwork fence or gate wall thing that they incorporated there. That's pretty cool, I think. Oh, look at this. We've got a pair of old Monte Carlos going the other way. That's cool. Huh. Mid-80s Monte Carlos, I would say. You don't see many of those nowadays. Take this back down here to Fog, where we will make a right. Fog becomes Mount Hood up here north of, I think it's Washington. It becomes Mount Hood up there, which is an appropriate name for it, considering the neighborhoods we've seen up there north of Lake Mead Boulevard, in my humble opinion. We have Keller Middle School over here off to the right, which looks like every other middle school. If you've watched our channel for a while, I think you would definitely agree that all the middle schools here, just, it's like they have the same designer, same architect, same everything. And just, yeah. This is Maple Road here. We've got the dippity dips here. To watch out for those. And up here on the left, we have Park Avenue. Let's take a drive down Park Avenue, shall we? Let's see if it's anything like the Park Avenue in Manhattan, New York City. You tell me. Drop a comment in the comments for me and let me know your thoughts. More of the empty vacant lots over here. At least they're protected by a chain link fence, but that doesn't really mean very much, as you can tell there, because it looks like that portion there has been breached. But there is a tremendous problem with the unhoused, unsheltered, homeless population, especially over here on the east side. You don't see it so much in Summerlin, but you definitely see it over here on the east side of town. Now, the question may be asked, well, why? Why is it so pronounced over there on the east side of town? Your guess is as good as mine. Governmental apathy? Elected leader apathy? Look at this. That's cool. It's like a hot rod. It's got a flat on it though, and then the truck behind it. The house, eeks, has seen better days, it looks like. Love the old cars though. Hot rod or rat rod? What would you qualify that as? A rat rod or a hot rod? Or maybe even both. I'm not quite sure. Back here westbound on Charleston Boulevard. Charleston's a major east-west artery here in town, traveling all the way from just east of us here in the foothills of Frenchman's Mountain, which is named that because the guy that I guess first hung out up there, the locals or whatever came up there and found him, and they thought that he was French, but in fact he was Belgian. But they called it Frenchman's Mountain because they thought his accent was French. And the name has stuck ever since. And it runs all the way out west past the 215 Beltway, there where Red Rock Casino is, and way out past Red Rock National Recreational Area, and past the... Well, actually it circles around, that's what it does. Bonnie Springs used to be out there, but some gazillionaire came in, bought it, shut it down, wants to build homes out there on that land. That was actually a cool attraction out there, Bonnie Springs. It's kind of like an old west type of town out there. Almost identical to what happened at the Bonanza Ranch up at Lake Tahoe, Incline Village, where the Ponderosa was for the television show Bonanza. And yeah, someone came in and shut it all down. This is Bonnie Lane here. And now no one can access those properties. Go down Bonnie Lane for a bit here. Definitely a very mature, established neighborhood in here. Off of Bonnie and Charleston. This is Allegro we're passing now. For our friends following along at home on your preferred map app, we'll make a left here onto Mabel. Mabel kind of stops and starts and gets picked up again here and there. And the ghetto bird is still circling up there at what looks to be around Lamb and Charleston. For anyone unfamiliar with that term, it's the police helicopter. But folks have come to call it the ghetto bird because it doesn't fly around Summerlin. Oh my, check this out. I'm gonna wait here for this guy. Check that out right there. That's cool. Huh. That's pretty cool. Oh, they do have quite their share of older cars over here on this side of town. No wind to speak of. You can see the trees are pretty much very still right now. It's We're now on Lynn Lane. We've done a lot of videos of our time up and down Lynn Lane. Check out those in our video library. Also check out Hygge Vibes for some very cool, chill music. We've got a yard sale or something going on there. Those look like new carpets, though, or area rugs. So my guess is it's not a yard sale, but rather a regular weekend thing. Hygge Vibes is a really cool, chill, lo-fi music type of channel, ambiance channel. So feel free to check that out on YouTube. That's HYGGE, Hotel Yankee Golf Golf Echo, and the ghetto bird is certainly stationary right now. Over here off to the left, I don't know if it's coming out in the video, but it's up there in the sky. Okay, now he's moving again, directly in front of us. The only times the police really mobilize a response is when there's some sort of weapon involved. The rest of the time, non-violent crimes and stuff, they don't bother responding. Honestly, I mean, I've heard from so many people in this town, and I've gotten blasted as being anti-police or anti-law enforcement. I'm not at all. I want to ask the questions why. Why is it that, you know, some parts of town, you call the police and they show up 30 minutes later. In other parts of town, you call the police to report a burglary, and you're lucky if they show up at all. They may never show up. And then, you know, of course, nowadays, I'm sure it's like this in a lot of cities nowadays, where you have the reactive policing instead of proactive policing, where the police departments have kind of taken on the role of the MO, let's say, of the fire department insofar as being reactive instead of being proactive. But fire departments can't really be proactive. They can do education and training, things like that. Police departments could certainly be proactive, but you don't see that here. Anyway, the whole point of that being, again, that some of the response times here on the east side of town, from what I've seen online and talked to people about, are absolutely atrocious. And we have the epidemic of, you know, when you get into a car accident, well, if there are no injuries in the car accident, just go online, fill out a police report. So no cop ever shows up, which is really a problem because you have so many uninsured and even unlicensed drivers out here on the roads with unregistered vehicles. That is a massive problem here. And it continues to be. Blue Sky Plaza Panaderia there on the right. I want to thank you all so very, very much for joining us. We really appreciate each and every single one of you. If you haven't already, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. It really helps recommend us to other viewers, and it really helps recommend us to the almighty algorithm. The almighty algorithm is what really carries the weight of your voice to other folks. So please help us out there. Also check out our merch section of the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. We have these awesome Vegas Don logo shirts, the Vegas Don logo on top of the Las Vegas Strip skyline, as designed by my beautiful wife and graphic designer Logan. And as always, we want to thank you so very much. We would not be here without you, so a heartfelt thank you from all of us. We will see you next time here on the Vegas Don channel.